Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, March 19th. We're looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and NQ. So, another interesting day. More MGI just ripped all over the place inside of this large 10-day balance in ES. We opened with a gap lower, right? You went out with a price probe to the downside yesterday. We gap lower, only to take back the gap, take back the price probe, have 4 sets of single prints that hold, and go out with a price probe. Can't make this stuff up, my friends. We have an outside day up in ES. Look at this. Took out yesterday's low, closed above yesterday's high. It took forever to take out yesterday's high. We got up there close in H, and then it took 2.5 hours to finally get it in M. NQ does not go out with a price probe, but they do have 2 sets of single prints, so they go out with a double distribution day like us. They had overlap and lower value. We brought ours to unchanged in ES. Righty goes out with a double distribution day as they hold 3 sets of single prints. D, E, and F. NQ holds 2. ES holds 4. You got the Fed tomorrow. The volume was horrible, 56 million. It shouldn't be in the top 10 small lightest, but it's not good. Our range was, just under $5, $4.88. So nice range, but again, not in our top 10. We have a trend day up that holds. That is the 11th out of 39 that have held. The gap down failed. That's 5 out of 11. I had a good day. I did not do much. I didn't do anything after H. Market just traded sideways, and I wasn't sure if Mo was going to take back some more of this and wipe out some of these weak longs or get going. Obviously, it got going. So these buyers who I thought might be laggards, if they didn't get flushed out in K and L, finally got paid in M. Look at these 3 highs close to each other, including this week, today's high. I shorted NQ in A period, had some nice ebb and flow. It was below the opening, and it got the overnight low right away. Again, that's important to me. ES never got close to the overnight low. And that's why I was a little more hesitant in ES shorting it. So NQ, though, I did very well in A period with the ebb and flow short. In B and C, I also did well with it against the simple moving average 144. And then things changed once we took out and got back above the opening. We finally started one-time framing up and C and got above the opening. So at that point, I said, for now, the short game's over for me in that. Because we hadn't gotten the IB, even though we got the overnight low. You came down twice here in B and C, couldn't get it. So things were changing a bit. So then I flipped long in NQ to pop the top in E. That was a very nice one. And I also flipped long in E, in ES, to go get the overnight POC. So did okay on that one. Then in G period, I took a long in NQ to go fill the gap. We still had our gap. ES had filled theirs. That was a pretty large gap today, but we went and got it. So I took a long to do that in NQ. So again, once the MGI changed, I changed. My only loss of the day was in G period in ES when I thought we might have an afternoon rally high. Not an afternoon rally high. Why would I say that? Oh, I'm sorry. I took the short against the afternoon rally high in G. Against K's high from yesterday. I'm like, maybe we're stretched out a bit. Maybe it's a speed bump. It wasn't. I had a 2 lot. I took them off for a 3-point loss, total of 6-point loss. Not a big deal. And then had a nice short in H period because I didn't think they'd go ripping against yesterday's high, and they didn't. And it pulled back, and I made money on that. And that was it. I didn't do anything after that. As far as destinations go, well, SPY has a high now on the nose of 516. That's their upside for today. Then on the downside, they have a bunch. The price probe, 515.45, H is high. And then they have 4 sets of singles, 514.22 to 12, 513.99 to 43, 513.04 to 512.77, and 512.67 to 61. And today's low of 511.12. In ES, you got your high at 44.75, and then you have those highs. Then you have your price probe at 39. Single prints. First set gets filled at, can't even read it, 25 and a quarter. Second set gets filled at 18.50. Third set gets filled at 11.50. Fourth set gets filled at 10. And then today's low of 95.25. Now remember, I want to show you something. I know this is small, but you'll get the gist of it. We're in a 10-day balance here, okay? The high of it is the back adjusted high, and the reason I'm using that is because it lines up better with SPY. Excuse me. After not back adjusting. One of these days, this cough will go away. And the low of it is here, 57. So you have a $10 balance, and it's a $10-day range. And the reason I'm using those are everything else is just noise inside of here. So the question tomorrow with the Fed, do we explode out of balance to the upside and don't look back, or to the downside and don't look back? Are we going to... Now, tomorrow during the day, I would expect games to be played. We might take out the all-time high prior to 2 o'clock. Well, I mean, we went out with a pretty strong trend day, so we'll see if they get a continuation. But the more important picture is what happens above this all-time high or below this balance low. That's where you're going to get your good directional move going forward. Might not happen tomorrow, maybe Thursday after they digest everything, but hopefully it does occur sooner rather than later. And then on the chart, and I'll show you on the chart what we're talking about. So here's the weekly. You realize the weekly in ES is one time framing up. This is 11 weeks, right? 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is week 11. Now, we're only 2 days into it. And last week was an inside week, but that does not negate the one-time framing up. So that is 20 out of 21 weeks right now. Are we slowing? Sure we are. Look at the last 3 weeks, including this week. However, that doesn't mean the market is dead yet. Like we said, if they like what happens tomorrow, this could easily go from this back up to shooting straight up. If they don't like what happens, then they'll finally take out a weekly low and put this into a really good balance. But for now, it's still up on ES officially, even though it's slowed. And here's the daily balance. Just one big messy balance. Again, until we take out this high, or what low is it? One of these lows, that was the balance low. Nothing has changed. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel. Hope you had a good day trading. Enjoy your evening. And we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.